What made you change your mind about targeting in California farmers and people in the hotel and leisure business?
Well, we're not targeting. In fact, if you look today, I put out a statement today about farmers. Our farmers are being hurt badly by, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that. We can't take farmers and take all their people and send them back because they don't have maybe what they're supposed to have, maybe not. And you know what's going to happen and what is happening? They get rid of some of the people because, you go into a farm and you look and people they've been there for 20, 25 years and they've worked great and the owner of the farm loves them and everything else. And then you're supposed to throw them out. And you know what happens? They end up hiring the people, the criminals that have come in, the murderers from prisons and everything else. So we're going to have an order on that pretty soon, I think. We can't do that to our farmers and leisure too, hotels. We're going to have to use a lot of common sense on that.
So does this weaselly, lying piece of trash president really think he can suddenly completely reverse course on his very clearly stated plan to conduct mass deportations of anyone ICE agents deemed to be illegal aliens, and no one will notice the hypocrisy?
Is the president still focused exclusively, which is a civil crime, it's not criminal.
It's a federal crime.
So I'm asking though, he said he was going to focus on those violent offenders first. So is violent offenders no longer the predicate for these people to be deported?
The president has said countless times on the campaign trail, I've been with him at the rallies, I know you've been there covering them too, Peter, that he is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal. And so therefore, you are subject to deportation.
Now, listen to the most hypocritical part one more time for the MAGA people that keep buying the lies that this administration keeps on selling them.
He is focused on launching the largest mass deportation operation in American history of illegal criminals. And if you are an individual, a foreign national, who illegally enters the United States of America, you are, by definition, a criminal.
Weird how running a purposeful, hateful, and bigoted mass deportation policy with zero thought process ends up with the people that give you money and power forcing you to reverse course. This is the point where a moment of clarity should probably take place, where gullible people who believed everything this guy told them should realize that he has no principles other than money and bigotry. Remember, this started as a call for violent people to be deported.
You concentrate on the public safety threats and the national security threats first, because they're the worst of the worst. So it's going to be the worst first. That's how it has to be done. And we know a record number of people on the terrorist watch list have crossed this border. We know a record number of terrorists have been released in this country. We've already arrested some planning attacks. So look, the president is dead on when he says criminal threats, national security threats are going to be prioritized. And that's the way it's going to be.
He started his entire political career telling you that all brown immigrants are rapists, drug dealers, and murderers. Then used the fact that that level of bigotry spoke to so many racist voters to fuel his road to fascism, where he can tell you anything as long as it ends in the fear of immigrants killing you. I mean, isn't MAGA pissed off that he's coddling all these dangerous people now? Here's the spin that he wrote out. Our great farmers and people in the hotel and leisure business have been stating that our very aggressive policy on immigration is taking very good, long-time workers away from them, with those jobs being almost impossible to replace. In many cases, the criminals allowed into our country by the very stupid Biden open borders policy are applying for those jobs. This is not good. We must protect our farmers, but get the criminals out of the USA. Changes are coming. So the question is, are you going to continue to be stupid enough to let him pass this reversal off as his plan to make sure agricultural businesses don't hire dangerous criminals that Biden handpicked to come to the country? Because just yesterday, y'all were celebrating this.
This is a strawberry field in Ventura County, California. I'm in Oxnard. This is one of the beating hearts of the Californian agricultural economy. California's economy is the fourth largest economy in the world, and the agricultural industry here is literally worth billions of dollars. There are thousands of farms in Ventura County, tens of thousands of farm workers, and this also happens to be the latest location in a series of immigration enforcement actions by the Trump administration and federal agents. Local officials here, including the mayor of Oxnard and the police chief, have spoken out publicly to let people know they don't believe these immigration enforcement actions are in the best interests of the public safety, nor of the workers here.
If enough fooled supporters swallow their pride as quickly as they swallow Trump's boot, they can emerge and realize that since he and his administration have no principles and lied to you about their deportation policy with non-violent migrants, it's worth it to look at how horribly they've handled other aspects of it.
Graph here of André Hernandez Romero, a gay makeup artist from Venezuela. He fled Venezuela fearing gang violence because of his opposition to the Maduro dictatorship and his sexual orientation. He presented himself at a port of entry and requested asylum. His claim was found to be credible, and he was placed in detention to await a full hearing. But he never received a full hearing because you put him on one of those planes to El Salvador, where he still is today. Listen to me. He had no criminal record in the United States or in any other country. He did not even enter the country illegally. He presented at a port of entry. He tried to do it the legal way. And to this date, the only evidence your department has presented to justify his imprisonment is that he had 2 tattoos, one that said mom and one that said dad. Do you have any other evidence to present for why this individual should be locked up in El Salvador?
Sir, every case is used
you have
the
any-
same protocols and the same processes and inputs.
Do you have any
that
evidence
that
other than the
law enforcement
tattoos that say
officers
mom
use in
or dad
criminal
for why
cases?
this
So
individual
it's not
should be
just
locked
on
up?
tattoos. It's who they're affiliated with, their communication.
You have not
who they're
presented
spending
any
time
other
with,
evidence,
criminal
nor has your
activities.
department.
The lies and lack of concern about people's lives include that gulag in El Salvador that Trump accurately assumed his followers would celebrate because he knows they're suckers. The administration is full of incredibly dishonest and hateful people. I mean, they've been showing us that since they got here. You know, it should make you rethink the latest lies that they've been telling you about their occupation of Los Angeles, too.
Think about this, Jake. U.S. Marshal was picked up. U.S. citizens are being picked up. I mean, this is not an effort to really get criminals. It's an effort to see, let's see who we can just sweep up along the way. And why are they doing this? Because this president said he was going to deport millions of people, and the numbers have not been adding up. You know why? Because there aren't that many serious criminal offenders that are the millions of people that he wants to round up. So now he's getting our neighbor and our friend and the people that you all know, people that we've been here, that have been here for decades. And that is, I think, the outrage that you're seeing happening across this country. And it's not just in Los Angeles. Clearly, we've seen protests in other parts of the country, against what is happening. What the president's doing, though, is a complete escalation.
So how much longer will this many people continue to be led around by a con man whose only play is to redirect the hate that so many Americans irrationally hold for people that they don't know anything about so that he can continue to violate the law and steal your money? Now, I'm usually the pessimist, considering our country's history, but maybe some people are beginning to figure this out.
Right before we came on air, there was a new Quinnipiac poll that was released. So Donald Trump, -12 on approval in general, -11 on immigration, and -16 on deportations. He has taken his best issue and decimated it by making these deportations in a hasty way. It used to be go after the criminals. That's what we heard was going to happen. Now it's go to the nail salons, go to the job sites, go to birthday parties, go to immigration courts. There is now no right way to do it. There is no way to be part of the system, pay your taxes, make a better life for your family, and hopefully get citizenship. Stephen Miller is mad because they were deporting less people on a daily basis than Joe Biden was. So he went and he said, go to 7-Eleven and you go to Home Depot.